All right, everyone, here we are with another video with Invest for tomorrow. And to all the first-time viewers and investors, welcome to the channel. And to all the subscribers, welcome back. All I ask for in return is for you to smash that like button to let me know you watch this video, and to go ahead and not forget to stay tuned on in right after this chart analysis. Why? Because I have a ticker symbol to share with you guys. It's jumped up 3 times since I mentioned it. Now, could there be a 4th time? That's why you want to add it to your watch list. I'm not guaranteeing it. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not here to tell you to buy, sell, or hold any positions, but it is something interesting. It's already giving up to 60% on this month already. That's what it's been giving throughout this whole process. 60% on every single play. If you used it correctly, you could have swing traded it. You could have day traded it. I mean, the opportunities were endless with this one, and we were looking for it to get closer to a certain point. It actually hit that today and it ran. So this is a ticker symbol that I mentioned since April 4th. So stay tuned so we can look at its chart. You can know more about it. And if it's something that interests you, you can join me and the other investors over at the Patreon. The link is down below. Slots are getting filled up pretty quickly, and we're looking to have you join us if you're interested. We got a group of smart and intelligent investors learning and growing all together, and sharing all their knowledge and experiences and what they're looking at and what they have questions on, and everyone's answering, and just engaging with the community. So if that's something that interests you, like I said, the links are down below to the Patreon and Discord. So PLTR has actually dipped and fallen here, right? We have a support that has actually been reached, and this has been falling pretty fast after Wednesday, right? So we could see that here, and Wednesday was actually literally yesterday. So why is this stock falling? Well, this stock, we wanted to catch it obviously around $20. Anything below it is even better. I've said that before. I've talked about this on the Patreon since way back here, talked about it again here. And as it was going down, we were trying to catch it at its new bottom, right? Or most recent bottom. And it was around this area. Now, from that point forward, it's given us about 20% return since that date. Now, the reason why this was running, it was in the anticipation of the Wednesday event, which actually happened yesterday, for PLTR to go ahead and announce some stuff and also do a presentation and so forth. Now, the downward trend, I'm not saying that it's making PLTR seem like it's a bad company, but that's not healthy after a big presentation like the one that was being anticipated happens. Now, one thing I do want you guys to be aware of, though, Apple's a big company, and when they do their presentation, the stock runs up towards it, and then it starts to pull back. So I'm not going to bash PLTR that this is pulling back because it's a terrible company. If not, it was just the anticipatory run, and now that the anticipatory run has happened, this is something to now watch carefully for another opportunity. At the end of the day, PLTR is a long-term potential stock. So here we are with the 50-day moving average, and that is 24.21, okay? I want you guys to be aware of that. As long as we're below it, we're in bearish territory. The moment we're above it, we're in bullish territory. So our support here is 22.70. If that gets broken through, this could be on its way down to newer lows, new support levels, and getting deeper into bearish territory, pulling further away from the 50-day moving average. I want you guys to be aware of that and pay close attention to that, because if that does get broken through, this could be closer into the $22 range and passing even further down closer to these areas at $21.50, right? Like a whole dollar away from that point of $22.68, $22.69, give or take. So keep that in mind. Now, here we are with our resistance, but this resistance does not signify or guarantee that the bulls are going to break through the 50-day moving average. And that resistance is here at 23.43. That needs to be turned into a support so that the bulls can continue pulling upwards, but it is not a guarantee or a significance of, yes, they're going to make it, right? No, this is just an indicator to let us know as investors where the stock is heading and where the momentum is starting to go. Now, what the bulls definitely need to break through beyond the 50-day moving average is way up here at 25.05. But before getting there, they need to break through this resistance. They need to use it as support, get closer to the 50-day moving average, and cross the 50-day moving average to reach newer highs and new resistance levels. If you learned something new, don't forget to subscribe, click on the bell so that you don't miss a single video that I post. Share this with your friends and community, and don't forget to hit the like button to let me know you watch this video. It helps out the YouTube channel, and it lets me know you appreciate the time and effort I put into making these videos. Let's go ahead and jump into this stock that has given already a total amount through every single trade collectively 60% at maximum, and at the worst case scenario 20 to 30%. Let's check it out. The ticker symbol I have for you guys today is definitely one that I've been talking about since April 4th. We're going to jump right into it. But guys, if this is something that interests you and you guys want to know what stocks I'm watching daily and also adding to my weekly watch list to look for 10 to 20% per day, and these opportunities that are swing trades that can go up to 20 to 30% after a few weeks or a month, join me and the other Patreon members. The links are down below to the Patreon and also the Discord. Either one works, and by joining us, you'll gain access to all of this and a great community of very intelligent investors, smart investors, all there learning and growing and have a goal to maximize profits and minimize losses. We look forward to have you join us, and the links are down below. Let's jump right into it. So the ticker symbol I have here to share with you guys is one that I've talked about since April 4th, right? We can see it right here. I went ahead and posted it on that weekend. It was towards the beginning of April, and this was the first one on the list. Now, I'm not here to tell you guys to add this to your watch list unless you really want to watch and see, because this has printed money several times, and it was sitting at 1032 when I talked about it, right? The first time. And we're going to look at it right now. There may be another opportunity coming in the near future, but I mean, you need to look closely at the charts, right? I'm not really saying it could happen again, because 3 times this has literally printed money, right? 10%, 20%, and so forth. So we're going to look at it. So I basically stated it. This is pure speculation, so do watch with caution. It has jumped twice in the last few days. It is falling, and we can see in the chart it has room to fall. The closer to $8, the more interesting. But keep in mind, this is pure speculation. If it could fall lower or have another bounce in April, if you look at the 2 spikes it recently had, you can see that they're short-lived, and that's how it's been, right? So when I go ahead and show you guys this chart, you're going to see exactly what I was talking about. So when we see here, right, we could see that these were the spikes I was talking about. I talked about it on the 4th. The 5th, it was hanging out around $9.80, and it spiked up to $11.38. So that day right there alone gave at least 10 to 15% in just one day. It started to fall more, right, to $9.23. At $9.23, it jumped back up to almost $11 right there. Again, another 10 to 15%. So this printed money in 1 week, right? 30% of gains. And then it continued pulling lower, and the closer it got to 8, I really certainly thought there was going to be a nice jump. I actually thought it would be something as big as this one, but I guess the jumps are getting weaker and weaker. It hit the $8 range of 8.30s, and it jumped all the way up to $11. That right there, just alone, is almost 20 to 30%. Okay, so if you paid attention to this stock since I talked about it all month long, you would have had an opportunity to make a total amount, let's just say, hypothetically speaking, 60% return so far, best case scenario, and worst case scenario, 30% to 40% in the month of just trading this stock, not including all your other trades and all your other opportunities. So this was definitely a stock that if you timed it the day before as it was falling and you rode it up to the next day's pop, because every time the day closed, then it popped up. This one actually happened in the middle of the day, but as it was falling, right, you could have possibly looked at your indicators and looked at the chart and saw an opportunity, held it, and then rode it up. And then this one right here, you could see that towards the end of the day, right, it ended the day flat and it popped the next day. This is the only day that it popped that morning. Now, this one as well, it popped the next day. So what I'm here to tell you guys is now we need to watch this carefully and see if it gets closer to $8 again or $7. But I'm not sure, and I'm not guaranteeing that there'll be another pop. But the opportunity is there to watch it and see for weakness. But what I want you guys to be aware of, I'm not a financial advisor, and I'm not here to tell you guys to buy, sell, or hold any positions. But if you want to know more about opportunities like this one, you can join me and the other members at the Patreon, and the link is down below in the description. So if that's something that interests you, the slots are filling up pretty quickly. We have a great group of intelligent investors over there, 90 plus already, and we're growing. And we can't wait to have you join us. So if that's something that interests you, come join me and the other Patreon members. We have a Discord and we have the Patreon posts of the weekly watch list. But man, did this stock actually print money all month long. And I believe there may be an opportunity for it to print again, but it's a little speculative at this point because it's been falling really hard and it already had the spike I was really looking for at around the $8 range. But before that, it had two nice spikes of 10 to 20% almost. So that was a big deal there. I was really surprised how it happened that early, but the closer it gets to 8, the bigger the opportunity, and it certainly happened. It hit 8.30 right here around that area and jumped up to $11. As always, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. I look forward to have you join us over at the Discord or the Patreon. The links are down below, and let's make some money.